Hello friends, how are you? This is Dr. Sri Nagi, Ayurveda and Medicine Doctor and also Isha Hatha Yoga teacher. So today in this video I am going to answer this question whether we should take salt in our food or we should not take salt in our food. What is Ayurveda perspective of having a salt and which kind of salt is more beneficial for health and what kind of salt is balancing all the three doshas and how it's possible and what are the various kind of salts that has been described in Ayurveda, out of which what kind of salt we should use in our daily day-to-day diet. In addition to that, those people who should not use salt and what are the harms and what are the benefits of having salt in our diet. Let's see what Ayurveda has to say about it and see how Ayurveda can help you. In Ayurveda, the terminology that has been used for salt is called lavana. Lavana is the Sanskrit word for salt. Actually, there are a variety of salts that has been mentioned in Ayurveda. Out of that, the Sandhav lavan, or that is also known as rock salt or pink salt, that is the most beneficial salt for health. So, in Ayurveda, a lot of importance has been given to this Sandhav lavana, and it is extremely beneficial for health because of its cold potency. All the salts, whatever kind of salts are there, most of those salts are very hot in potency. That's why they sometimes also cause acidity. But this Sandhav lavana or this rock salt, this pink colored salt is the only salt which is cooling in potency, and that is why it does not cause acidity. So, it is very safe or also for the peoples who are acidity patients and who have a lot of burning sensation in their this digestive tract, and even for cardiac problems it is very beneficial salt. Because of its cooling potency, it is very beneficial for the immunity and cardiac elements which are related to hypertension. So, this Sandhav lavana or this rock salt is also very beneficial as a prevention against cardiac ailments. As we know, in Ayurveda there are 6 types of tastes are mentioned. Out of these tastes, one of the tastes is lavana, that is salty taste. So, it is also very essential for a proper health. But there are certain people who cannot have salt in their diet. For example, very high blood pressure patients who have hypertension, they should restrict the use of salt in their diet, all kind of salts. But to this Sandhav lavana, they can use little bit in their diet if they have moderate hypertension. If they have very high hypertension, then definitely there is no use of salt, or mild to moderate hypertension you have, then you can use little bit of salt, only this salt. But if you have high hypertension, like not moderate, not mild, then definitely you need to restrict the use of salt. Also, those people who have edema problems, like in which a lot of water in the body or ascites, like who have water, water get stored in the body, like edema, that when you there is a different kind of swelling which doctors name as edema. Swelling, I am saying the name for your understanding, but there is a word called edema. This is a medical word for the specific kind of swelling, and most of the time if some patient has this edema, doctors mostly tell to his patients like you have edema, and so definitely these kind of people whoever are suffering with edema, they should also restrict any kind of salt. That means they should not use any kind of salt in their diet, not even this much. It would not be so beneficial for health. Why? When we consume salt, that means salts helps in water retention in our body. So, if somebody has already edema, that means a lot of water in the system. So, if you are taking salt, it will cause more water retention. So, your edema will be enhanced. So, all those patients who have edema, they should restrict, they should totally restrict the use of salt in their diet. In addition to that, but the good property about this salt is it is balancing Vata, Pitta and Kapha at the same time. Why? Because it is cooling in potency, that is why it is Kapha enhancing in a way, and because it is Kapha enhancing, it will balancing the Vata dosha. At the same time, because of its cooling potency, it will also balance the Pitta dosha. And this Sandhav Lavana or this salt works extremely well on your mucus and all mucus related diseases. That's why it is very beneficial for Kapha diseases. So in a way it is very balancing for all the three doshas. That's why Ayurveda recommend the use of Sandhav Lavana in your diet, in your fruit chart, or in your fruits, in your salads, because it is very beneficial for your health.